just want to make you guys aware that if you call me the N word, there's going to be some repercussions. We not cool like that. We not friends. We not homies. If anything, we business partners. You know what I'm saying? Or we just had a business transaction. But you don't know me. I don't know. I don't personally know any Asian people. So just that right there does is enough for me to react in a very expected way when you call me that name. I'm going to do exactly what most people do, which is, I'm going to come at you in some kind of way. I'm not just going to walk away and act like you didn't say it because you did say it and you meant to say it and you meant to get a reaction and you'll get a reaction, okay? One way or another, there's going to be a reaction and it's not going to be in your favor. So, there's that, and I ain't trying to punk no Asians because we know Asians ain't no punk, all right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, Asian folks, is if you're not looking for any problems, then don't let those words come out your mouth. If you don't want the issue, then don't do stuff to look for the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not, like, I don't, like, I'm listening to Charles White, right? And Charles White is, you know what I'm saying? And he's got every bit to be angry because of the way these Asians are talking. He's like, wait a minute. Who gave y'all a pass to go ahead and call me the N word? How did this happen? Why wasn't I involved in this, confab? This top secret meeting that happened that just allowed anybody to call us a racial slur. See, because black people use the word loosely, other people of other races think that they can go ahead and use this word. But see, everyone in their race, every race, has a word that they know is a bad word to them, but they use it on each other. Every, males and females, we got words that we use on each other, but we know if somebody else calls us that, then, there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that is. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain words that you just can't say to people if you're not a part of those people. You just can't. And truthfully, sometimes the even the people that are, of the same ilk, clan, or whatever, they can say these words to each other and it will trigger some type of violent reaction. You know, there's like, some people that I actually know if they use that word on me, I'm going to be looking at them like, yo, we got an issue because you're using it in a violent, you're not using it like, what's up, bro? What up, homie? You using it like talking down to me. And all right, so what do we got? What are we doing? So Asian people, I don't call I don't know any Asian slurs. Or well, and I've heard some, but I've never used any. So I'm not gonna haul off and start calling Asians some type of slur. I'm just not gonna do it. If I got a problem with you, especially if you're here in America, listen, if you're in America, I'm going to assume you speak English. That's just it. And if you say something in your own language, like this is what pisses me off. That's why I don't deal with y'all too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go seek out places where I know that there's a bunch of people that don't speak English. and will clearly say we don't speak English, no English or whatever. So I don't go and seek out those places and do business with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they can turn around and speak their own language, and I have no idea what they say. And this happens, every now and then. Like where I get my favorite drink is cranberry juice. All of the places that sell it, the drive-throughs, I can only get it at the drive-through, and this pisses me off. And every single drive-through is the same nationality of people. They're Indians, as in India. Every single one of them, all India. I can't get it within a 5 mile radius if everybody's from India. So I'm stuck in that rut. I have to get it from them. And they speak their own language. They speak Hindi and all that other stuff. I don't speak Hindi. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're talking bad about me or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But I'm stuck because that's my favorite drink and I have to get it from them. But they've never said anything out of line. They've never treated me any type of way to cause some type of adverse effect. And if they did, then I would be on edge and probably wouldn't go to that whatever spot that has done that. As far as Asian people, you know, uh, uh, I don't go to the Chinese whatever. I don't eat Chinese food. I just don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I don't really deal with Asian people too much. I don't go to Asian festivals. I don't see them at Black Festival, so I don't really go to the Asian festival. I mean, that's cool if you go, but I mean, black people go to the Asian festival, but I don't really go to any festivals, as to be truthful. But I'll sell an Asian, a refrigerator or a stove in a heartbeat. You want a stove? As long as when I'm there, you speak in English to each other so we understand, and you don't say nothing to me that's out of line. I'm cool. I'll sell you a fridge in a heartbeat. No big deal. You pay me my money. There it is. Boom. We done business. So, but Asians, you can't. One of you American Asians, you can't just haul off and call me the N word and think that we're cool. You gonna catch it. You gonna catch it. We not cool like that. You're not gonna be like, all right, my N word. Nah. Nah, I'm gonna look at you like I'm a. Did you just call me what I think you? No, homie, we probably gonna be fighting in the street. And I'm too old for that. My knees is. I'm too old for that. So don't say it to me because it's just not gonna be good for either one of us. I'm not having that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't like it. I don't like it when my own kind say it to me, but they say it. So Asians, and I know y'all grew up together and y'all grew up around black people, and there's some of y'all black people in y'all clique, but y'all need to understand something. Those are black people in your clique. See, there was okay. So this guy I used to work with, you know what I'm saying? Well, we all worked at the same spot, and I used to give people rides to the spot. And his woman was one of the people I used to give a ride to. Her and about 6 other people. And one day he couldn't go to work for some reason or another. It was through a temporary service, and he, tried to interrupt what we was doing. Trying to, we was at the gas station, get ready, load up, get our goodies, because it's an hour to get to the spot. And he came in and wanted to start something with his woman. It was this little thing. And I just rolled on him. I said, "Listen, homie, we gotta go to work. You called your sister up here. Y'all getting ready to start a fight in the damn gas station." I was like, "We going to work, homie." I was in his face. He was like, "But she won't talk to me." I said, "I ain't got nothing to do with that, homie. But you messing up my money. We going to work." And when his sister walked in, and he was like, "I'm about that N word," and I just looked at him and I was like, "What you call me?" You know what I'm saying? And he tried to walk away, and I was like, "What you call me?" And nobody at that job has ever seen me upset, and I've worked there for 10 years. They never seen me upset. No one. I'm always humble because I don't need to be run around upset. I grabbed this dude by his neck and I lifted him up in the air by his neck. And my manager, his woman, his sister, the store manager, all of them was trying to hold my arms down and tell me to let this dude go. And I had him up in the air by his neck. I mean, listen, just because you hang around people that allow you, black people that allow you to say these words, doesn't mean that it's okay to say these words around people who you do not know. Because we're not cool like that. We're not friends. We're not bros. We're not homies. We don't do anything together. I don't know you, never seen you before. I don't care what you do. Just don't let these words come out of your mouth. And you know that they bring violence. Because that's what you're going to get. So you Asian people, listen, there aren't black people in your hood calling you a racial slur, and you're okay with it. If black people in your hood start calling you a racial slur, you would go off. If they use it in slang or whatever, and just said it to you, just start, yo, whatever the word is, and greeted you like that, you'd be like, you all right today? It would be a problem. So it's a problem with us too. Like, don't say it to me. Like I said, I don't know any Asians. I don't hang out with any Asians. We don't call each other. We don't go and kick it. There's nothing. I don't hit on Asian women. I don't know any Asian women. Uh, I mean, they're just people doing their whatever. You know, if I need something and it's at a store where Asians are, I go get what I need to get, pay my money, and I get up out of there. But let's get this correct, Asians. There's some shady stuff that happened and it affected the whole world. That mess in Wuhan, okay, what's going on over there in Africa? All right. And now y'all just got a bill passed in America where uh, all but one person was against it, and it's a law making it a federal crime to get into it with one of y'all. Nah, and they still hanging us. This year, 5 people got lynched. Nah, we are not the same. You don't find Asian people hanging from trees. No, you guys are not catching a beat down and going to jail and doing 25 years over something you didn't do. No, that's not happening to you, Asian people. We're not the same. Okay? Your children aren't getting slaughtered. Okay? Our babies are getting shot. And I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally. Our children, a 1-year-old got shot in the head by the cops. No accountability. Okay? You name what year, and I can tell you that there has been a child of that year who's either been apprehended violently. We had a 9-year-old girl get tased, or they've been shot dead by the police. Asian people, that's not happening to you. That's not happening to you. Now, on the other hand, Asian folk, Charles White said that there has been no time where Asian people has helped black people, and that's just not true. Asian people did stand with us in a couple of instances in our recent history. What up with you? Asian people did stand with us one time or two. This is true. Not the whole lot of you, but some of you did. But listen, we understand, Asian folks, that the majority of you do not like us. It is very clear if you go to China that they do not like black people. And now that the Chinese are all over Africa, look at the way that they're treating the Africans. I mean, that they're treating them really, really bad and on their own soil. Simply because Asian has the money. So what they're doing is the agents are pouring into Africa and they're buying up land so they can mine gold. Africa is rich with gold. And this is all fine if it's the land that you bought, if there was an agreement. So what these agents are doing is they're taking their heavy equipment and just going into properties that they didn't even, that they're not bought. That there are African farmers who own this property and they're just taking their stuff and they're just running over their stuff and claiming that this theirs. So no, Asian folk, no, no, we're not the same. We are not the same. All right? What's happening to you is not what's happening to us, especially here in America. Don't use the N word around me. Don't even act like you want to use it around me because there will be violence. You choose violence. If you do that, you choose violence. And that's just it, and that's all. I don't call you anything out of your name. I don't even know your names, but I'm not going to do it because I respect you as a person. But don't just come up to me and call me some racial slur and expect me not to want to get busy. Because even though I'm 53 years old, I can still, I got one or two up in me. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, well then you can catch these hands. And if I lose, okay, I'm old. It is what it is. But Asian folks, we're not the same. I don't care if you grew up in my hood. We are not the same. Listen, there was this chick who I was talking to, and I was telling, and I made a video called Marry an Asian, and I made this about 3 or 4 years ago. And I said, black people, if you want the police to leave you alone, marry an Asian. And I was telling her about this, and she said, you know what? A lot of what you're saying is true because I have a child by an Asian. She said the police pulled me over, and my child was in the back, and he's like, 3 years old. My child was in the back asleep, and the police were, talking to me, and they were, getting smart with me. They were going to give me a ticket and everything until they looked at my child. And she said when he looked at my child, he woke him up and everything and started talking to him. He looked at him. That police officer left me alone. And it's a black woman I'm talking to. She said that cop left me alone when he saw my child. Asian folk, what's happening to you is not what's happening to us. There is no anti-lynching law. You're not getting hung from trees. Your women aren't going to jail and mysteriously getting killed like Sandra Bland. It's just not happening. And we know this is not, your men, listen, your men are not losing their lives for nothing. Police aren't being called on you for walking down the street. This is what's happening to black people. Black people are walking down the street and the police are being called because they're walking down the street. There was a man killed by the police for crossing the street this year. Crossing the street. They said he was jaywalking. Give him a ticket. They jumped on a man, and then police got trigger words when you're getting ready to die. One of them is reaching. He's reaching. Everybody shoots you. They don't care. That's how Willie died. In the parking lot of like a Wendy's or something. And he was asleep. He's a 22-year-old rapper. They said he's reaching, and those police shot and killed that man. This guy who was crossing the street broad daylight said he was jaywalking. The police jumped on him, and they said one of those trigger phrases, which is, he's going for my gun. Bang. That guy died right there and then. Asians, this is not happening to you. Asians can go anywhere in America. We can't. There are some neighborhoods black people cannot go into. And they let us know this. And it's very clear. Black people can't move there. Black people can't go anywhere we want to in America. There are boundaries in America. Trust me. There are some states who still believe that they can enslave you right here in America, and they will. If they can. Listen, I follow the news all the time. And there are white people who still have indentured servants right here today. Okay. Asian, Asian, listen, they're not capturing little Asian babies and doing what they want with them. They used to feed our babies to alligators. Like literally, it was called gator bait. You think they still not doing that today? If they get a hold of a black child, look at that woman who was cut into pieces in New York. They cut her body up and left her in different places, whatever that is, in central New York, where everybody goes and walks and all that. And what that police officer do to that other woman, where she came in to them, she was all distraught, and they took her, they saw her walking out, police officer picked her up, took her somewhere, boom. They cut her head off. Police did this. Okay? If you go back to the 70s, there were police officers who were serial killers, and they were killing and raping little black girls who were in between, I think, at like 13 and 16. Police were doing this. Asians, this is not happening to you. You're not catching hell like we are. Asians, you have no fear of walking down the street. You have no fear of driving, even though you guys are not the best drivers. I mean, on record. We're talking about on a whole. But you are good at Tokyo Drift, though. You guys can drift. That you can do. But driving here in America, let's face it, there are a lot of nationalities who have issues driving here in America. You're not the only one. I just wanted to make that clear. You're not catching hell like we are. When I see a police car, I automatically have anxiety. Because that could be the end of my life, and that police officer can go on vacation. And that's it, and that's all. That police officer can come into my house and kill my whole family and get away with it. Breonna Taylor. They came in, they shot her 28 times and got away with it. On a false report. A false report that there was a drug dealer in her house who was her ex-boyfriend who did not live there. And they got a search warrant. They got a no-knock search warrant for a lie. 100%. 100% lie. He didn't live there. He had nothing to do with them. He been gone. She had a whole new boyfriend, had a whole new life. And he busted in her house and shot her 28 times. And then sued the boyfriend who retaliated and shot the cop and then turned around and sued him. It's not happening to you. Emmett Till, Medgar Evers. It's not happening to you. Johnny Gamage. Go look at see what happened to Johnny Gamage and what the police officers did to him in my hometown. Look, we had three people killed here in Columbus, Ohio, within the last 3 months by the police. You're not catching hell by the cops. They're shooting us on sight. So, no, you can't call me the N-word, Asian folk. And, I mean, that's it and that's all. But I'll do business with you. If you want to do business, speak English. And don't be offended because somebody says speak English, because I don't speak your language. I don't know Mandarin. I don't know whatever language you speak. I don't speak it. So speak English. Speak good English. And I'll give you my money. That's it. I'll give you my money or I'll sell you something. And I'm okay with that. But for you, Asian Americans who are born here and you're hep and you're, young and all this other garbage, You're not trying to get into it with the old man, then just chill out with the slurs. You can't call me the N word. You say, "What's up, bro?" I'm cool with that. I mean, I'm not gonna get pissed off. What up, bro? What up? I mean, we not brothers, but okay. What up? What you got? You selling something? Because that's the only relationship that we'll probably have. You sell something, I'm buying something, I'm buying something, you're selling something, what you got? And that's pretty much it. All right? It's your boy Tone Two, peace.